Hi, my name is Ellie Borgstrom. I'm the Education Coordinator here at NAMI Metro Suburban, and today I am here at our Community Wellness Center to share some mindful breathing tips. So I deal with some anxiety anyway, and I know within this past week I've been spending a lot more time than usual, thinking a lot about the future, thinking a lot about different things that are happening that are just outside of my control that thinking about it more is not necessarily going to be helpful, just like thinking about the future normally is not helpful for my anxiety. So, one of the things that I'm doing to try and help deal with that, to help me feel a little bit physically better and to help me fall asleep at night, is mindful breathing. So, I'm hoping to share some of those tips with you all today. Hopefully, it will be helpful for some other people as well. So I want to start by just talking about kind of what mindfulness is. It is pretty simple. It's pretty easy to practice on your own, but it does take a little bit of getting used to. So mindfulness is just a specific way of paying attention. It can kind of help you stay grounded in the present moment, which has been really helpful for me. I like to kind of just think about it as like a self check-in. And there's three different parts to mindfulness in the way that we're paying attention. So the first part is awareness, just really deciding to pay attention to what's going on with you. And I know when I'm feeling overwhelmed, a lot of the time I am going to forget to do that. The next part is the present moment, which for me is the most important part, deciding to let go of the past and let go of the future. Uh, because the only thing that I have any control over is the present moment. My brain and my body are equipped to get me through this moment right now. And then when the next moment comes, get me through that one. And when the next moment comes, get me through that one. And, thinking about the past or the future is not going to help me with that. So I like to just kind of stay grounded right now. And then the third part is acceptance. So, whatever it is that you're noticing, whatever thoughts, feelings, sensations, you're not going to judge yourself. You're not going to criticize yourself. You're not going to analyze or speculate. You're just neutrally gathering information about what you're feeling, what's going on inside of you. And then you get to decide what to do with that information after you do that self check in. So, to get ourselves set up for some mindful breathing, the first thing you want to do is just sit up straight in your chair, get some good breathing posture. So this can help release some of the tension in our neck and back as well, in our shoulders. So you want to kind of have your shoulders down and relaxed. You want to sit up straight and ground your low back at the back of your chair if you can. Plant your feet flat on the floor. And that gets us set up to get a really nice relaxed breath in our lungs. I also like to put one hand over my heart and then one hand on my stomach here. Um, that can just be kind of comforting, like almost like a little self hug. And it also helps me just stay in touch with how my breath is feeling. Another thing that can happen as you're trying mindfulness is we do sometimes get those distracting thoughts popping into our heads. That happens to me a lot, especially as I just get started with my mindfulness practice. So when that does happen, I like to just notice what the thought is, but instead of following that train of thought, I like to imagine that the thought gets sealed inside a bubble and then floats away from my body. And then I'm back to just focusing on what's happening inside of me right now. So we're going to get started with our mindful breathing. A really relaxed breath will go into your stomach rather than your chest. So you want to feel that hand in front of your stomach. You want to feel softness in your stomach. And just breathe in and feel your stomach push against your hand, and then really relax it again as you breathe out. We want to time our breath a little bit. You want to think about breathing in for 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can go ahead and count in your head at your own pace. If you do have any kind of unmedicated blood pressure condition, you're not going to want to hold that breath. Just continue the breathing in and out without that pause in the middle. As you're breathing in, you want to notice if you're holding tension in your shoulders at all. And then on your next out breath, try and just really release that tension in your shoulders. Next, you might want to check in with your neck. Notice if you're holding tension there. Just pay attention to your neck. And then traveling a little further down, pay attention to how your back is feeling. If there's any pain or tension there. Notice if you're holding tension in your chest at all. Travel back down to your stomach and notice that movement. Try to make sure you're really softening the stomach as you breathe out. Traveling further down your body, notice how your hips are feeling, how it feels to sit grounded in your chair. Notice your thighs and your knees. Notice if you're holding tension in your calves or your shins. And then bring your attention all the way down to your feet. Just feel your feet grounded on the floor. Notice any movement, any temperature changes in your body. And for our last couple of breaths, let's just circle our attention right back to the feeling of breathing in and out. Feel your hand over your heart. Feel your hand on your stomach. And at your own pace, just take one last nice breath. All right. Thank you very much for joining me in that. I hope that it was a little bit helpful for you in the way that it has been for me. If you are looking for more mental health support or resources, we are going to be posting an updated list of NAMI support groups and open phone lines on our Facebook page. You can just look us up at NAMI Metro Suburban. And thank you all very much for taking care of yourselves and taking care of your loved ones.